Okay, so I'm restarting this video. So I already have some things written. The first video messed up on me. But we're studying day 118, finding area with fractional side lengths. So this is basically where we're trying to find the area of a space or an item, but the measurements of its length and width have a fraction to it. So area equals length times width. We know that, so we know that when we have these fractional measurements of a length or width, we have to multiply those two numbers. So it's basically practicing multiplying fractions or mixed numbers. Okay, and this is from day 118's page, area with fractional side length or fractional sides practice. You probably don't have this at home today if you don't have your binder. So I'm going to read the problems to you, and you can go back in your binder when you get to school and find this page. Number 1 says, Rachel is going to cut from it a piece of wood that is 1 3/4 by 2 1/3. What is the area of the piece that she is going to cut? Okay, so let's just say for labeling purposes, her length is 1 3/4. For labeling purposes, her width is 2 1/3. These could be either one. It just gives us the dimensions. It tells us something by something. So either could be the length or the width. That's not what we need to worry about. We just know that we have to multiply those two dimensions in order to get the area based on our formula we put up here. So we're multiplying 1 3/4 times 2 1/3. Okay, same thing that we do when we multiply mixed numbers. We can make a box. Give ourselves 4 sections, and we can label it with all of our fractions: 1 3/4, 2 1/3. Okay, and we can fill in our factors there and add our partial products, or we can decide what we have to multiply out. Okay, so I'm multiplying 1 times 2, and I have to multiply 1 times 1/3. A lot of you just want to multiply your whole number times your whole number and your fraction times your fraction. You can't do that. There should be 4 partial products that you're finding. Okay. Next, I'm going to multiply 3/4 times 2 and 3/4 times 1/3. Okay. Both of these methods should give me the same answer. Okay, here 2 times 1 equals 2. Again, I have that same equation over here. 1 times 2 equals 2. Okay, over here 2 times 3/4 equals 6/4, and we'll figure out what that whole number is in just a second. Again, I have that same equation down here. 3/4 times 2. It's the same thing as 2 times 3/4. It's just written in a different order. So we know that that is 6/4. Right here, I have 1 times 1/3, which equals 1/3. Same equation here. 1 times 1/3 equals 1/3. Over here, I have 1/3 times 3/4 equals 3/12. Same thing here. 3/4 times 1/3. Same equation, just written in a different order. 3/4 times 1/3. 3 times 1 is 3. 4 times 3 is 12. And I have to add all of my partial products together. So here I have 2 6/4, 1/3, 3/12. 2 1/3, 6/4, 3/12. I have the same partial products in both. So I'm going to add those partial products together. So I have 2 plus 6/4. I know 6/4 is the same thing. 4 will go into 6 one time, so that's my whole number. And there's 2 left over, so 1 2/4. Okay? Plus 1/3 plus 3/12. I have all different denominators here. I have 4, 3, and 12. So I'm going to line them up vertically to be able to find my common denominator. So 2 plus 1 2/4 plus 1/3 plus 3/12. Set those equal to a common denominator. 2 stays the same. I have one whole that I bring over. I'm figuring out the denominator here. 4, 3, and 12 all share a denominator of 12. Okay. 4 times 3 gave me that 12, so 2 times 3 gives me a 6 here. 3 times 4 gave me that 12, so 1 times 4 gives me a 4 up top. 12 times 1 gave me that 12 here, so 3 times 1 gives me 3 up top. Okay, I'm going to add those together. 2, well, I'll add my fractions first. 6 and 4 is 10, plus 3 more is 13, so I have 13 twelfths. And 2 plus 1 is 3. I know that this final answer down here, oops, sorry guys, you can't see that. I know that this final answer down here is in an improper fraction, so I have to turn it to a proper fraction. Okay, 13 twelfths is really equal to, 12 will go into 13 one time with 1 left over, 1 and 1/12. So now I have to take 1 and 1/12, add it to my 3 wholes that I had here. 3 plus 1 and 1/12 equals 4 and 1/12 is the area of the piece of wood she is going to cut. Okay, we're going to do one more problem together in notes, and then I'm going to post this page right up under the video as a link for you guys, and you guys are going to solve. There's 3 more problems that you're going to try to solve, and we'll go over those together in class. All right, so the next problem says Fran made a quilt for the upcoming craft fair. The quilt is 4 5/6 feet long and 5 1/2 feet wide. What is the area of Fran's quilt? Again, I know area equals length times width. And in this case, my length is 4 5/6, and my width is 5 1/2. Okay, so I'm multiplying these two numbers in order to find the area. Okay, so I have 4 times 5 is one equation. 5/6 times 5 is another equation. Okay, I have 5/6 times 5 again. No, or wait, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. So 4 times 5 and 5/6 times 5. Then I have 4 times 1/2. And I have 5/6 times 1/2. I was moving a little bit too fast there when I made that error. Okay, 4 times 5 is 20. 5/6 times 5 wholes. There's a little 1 up under here because this fraction bar means division. And 5 divided by 1 is still 5. So if I put a 1 as a denominator, I still have the same value. It's just easier for me to see how to multiply straight across. 5 times 5 is 25. And 6 times 1 is 6. Okay, 4 times 1 is 4. And again, there's that imaginary 1, or the 1 as a denominator I can put here. And 1 times 2 is 2. 5 times 1 is 5. And 6 times 2 is 12. Okay, so I have 20, 25/6, 4/2, and 5/12 that I have to add together. So 20 plus 25/6. 6 will go into 25 4 times, because 4 times 6 is 24, with 1 left over. So 4 and 1/6. Plus 4/2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. And then 5/12. Okay. 20 stays the same. I've got to figure out something for 4 and 1/6. Okay. 2 stays the same because it's a whole number. And then I've got to figure out something for 5/12. I know 6 and 12 can share the denominator 12. And I'm going to let you guys finish from there. I don't know if you can hear, but Aiden is fussy and I need to go get him. See if you can finish solving this problem, and I'll post the rest of this worksheet just below the video, and you're going to solve those in your math notebook, or if you don't have your math notebook, a blank sheet of paper. Just remember not to write on the back if you do a blank sheet of paper. That way you can glue it into your notebooks. Hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow and the ice doesn't keep us away from each other any longer. All right, bye-bye.